Welcome to another tutorial, and today we'll be looking at mail merge. Now mail merge is a feature which is in Microsoft Word, and it's used to combine the contents of a template letter and a database together. Now this allows a business owner, a client, just about anyone to create multiple letters on demand without having to type each letter individually. Now you would have been given a document to type, which is a standard template letter that we'll be using for this activity. However, before we start this activity, we need to look at some other things, such as how to create a folder, how to save a file in a folder, how to compress a folder, and then how to attach that folder or send it as an attachment. Alright, so let's look at those first. So the first thing we want to do is to learn how to create a folder. Now to create a folder, you will simply right click on any blank area of the screen. Do not right click on any file, icon or folder. Ensure you find a blank area of the screen, right click on it, then go down to new and select folder. Now once you have done that, the name of the folder, which is new folder, is highlighted. So you don't need to press backspace or delete or anything, just simply type the name of your folder that you want to type. So the name of my folder and the name of your folder that you'll be doing for this activity is your ID number, mail merge. Alright, I'm going to do that, press enter, and there we have it, our folder is created. Now once you have typed your document, you need to save the original document to the folder, or a location to be exact. The location that I wanted to save this document to is the folder on the desktop. How you do that from the Microsoft Word application is simply going to File, Save As. You want to go to the desktop, so we'll select this PC by double clicking on this PC. Next we will select desktop from here. Here is it, desktop, and here's a folder, F1696 mail merge, and I'm going to save the document as mail merge, or my ID number mail merge original. So it's F1696 mail merge letter original. Alright, I'm going to select save, and just to prove to you that we are not lying, I'm going to search for that folder now and show you that the document is inside of it by double clicking on it, and here it is, F1696 mail merge letter original. We just saved that. Alright, so we're going to bring up back our document and start. Oh yeah, we're going to close this because we now need to show you how to compress a folder, how to zip a folder. So we're going to close this, and to zip a folder or a file, you simply right click on the folder or the file and go down to send to and select compressed zip document. Alright, here it is, a compressed folder with a zip on it. Shows you that it's a different format, and we compress files or folders to make them smaller to ensure that they are able to fit on some platforms or to be able to be sent through email, because email has a file size limit, and it also sees the contents of a database or the database itself as a virus, so it may tell you that it's unable to attach that file. Alright, so now that we have explored how to save a file in a folder, how to create a new folder, and how to compress that, we now need to move on with the rest of the activity. I'm going to delete this zip folder or this zip file, because we need to do that at the end of the activity again. Alright, so we're going to open the file. We're going to look at what we did. So we went ahead and we typed a letter, and we placed some reminders inside of the letter. So these reminders are our field names that we'll be putting into our database. Alright, these are our column names that we'll be placing in our database. Alright, So let's look at starting mail merge. So to start mail merge, we go to mailings. We'll select start mail merge and we'll select letters. Now nothing will happen that's noticeable. Your screen will simply flicker. However, you just told the application that you're not using envelopes, you're not using contact email addresses, you're using letters. So we just did that. The next thing we need to do is we need to select our recipients. Those are the persons who are going to get the letter by selecting an existing list or typing a new list. We don't have an existing list, so we're going to type one by selecting type a new list. Now, when we look at the field names in our letter and the field names in our database, there are some similarities and there are some differences. We want to remove the differences and remove or rename the differences and keep the similarities. So what we're going to do is select customize columns, and from the customize columns area we notice that we have zip code, country or region, first name, and some other things that we don't need. We're going to delete those. So we don't need first name. I'm going to delete that by highlighting it and selecting delete. We don't need zip code. Click on it once, then press delete and select yes. Alright, we don't need country or region. Delete that. So we need title, last name, company name. So we're going to rename company name to business name, because we don't have company name in our thing and we don't want to confuse ourselves. So I'm going to call it business name and then select OK. Next, we have address line 1, address line 2, city. We're going to rename state to parish. And then we're going to look at the two phones. We're going to delete one and rename one to phone number. I'm going to select OK. Email address is needed. And then now we're going to add the other things that we need. So we're going to need last appointment date. Add last appointment date. Made an error here. Now you're going to add service type, preferred massage type, and session frequency. Service type, preferred massage type, that error right there, type, and session frequency. Alright, and we already have our email address, our phone number, and our business name. So we have added all the fields that we have in our letter. It's now time for us to select OK, and then we're going to add the details for at least 3 of our clients. Alright, so we're going to go ahead, add their address, add, and all of this is fictitious. Okay, so you don't have to worry about real data. We just want to get the principle behind how we do certain things. Alright, so let's go ahead. Title is Mr. or Mrs. Last name, your personal last name. Business name, your business name. Call it Flava's Touch. Address line 1 is 1. City Kingston, Parish Kingston, phone number of the business triple nine 2390. So triple nine 876 999 2390 is a business telephone number. Last appointment date was April 10 2024. Service type, you can look at the people for the service type. I'm gonna select deep tissue right here. Preferred massage type, I'm gonna select Swedish right here. Session frequency, I'm gonna select weekly right here. And then email address, business email address is flavastouch@gmail.com. So we have added the details of one record. Let's press the tab key to move to the next one, and to move between each of these you'll press the tab key. So next person is Flavors Touch again. 876 999. Let's see what is it again. 2390. May 10. Service type is sports massage. Preferred massage type is shiatsu. And bi-monthly is the session frequency. Flavors Touch. Next, third record. Address, city, service type, okay. So now that we have added the three records that we need to see how the application works. Oh, I didn't have the email address there. Okay, so now that we have added the three records, we now need to save this file in the folder by just simply clicking OK. It will come up with a dialog asking us where we want to save the file. By default, it is saved in My Documents, My Data Sources. However, we don't want to have to go and find that and then copy it back to the folder. We are already here, So let's just select the folder that we want to save it to by going to desktop right here, and the folder is this one with the ID number mail merge, and we're going to save this as ID number mail merge database, and then we're going to select save. So now all these fields that were inactive now becomes active because we just connected a database to the application. Now let's go ahead and insert our merge fields. To insert our merge fields, we simply highlight the area that we want to insert the merge codes, and then we go to the write and insert groups, write and insert fields group, and then we look for the insert merge field command. Now the insert merge field command has two areas, a upper area and a lower area. We want to select the lower area because we want the drop down, because if we select the upper area we will get this and we'll have to do this all the time. We don't want that. We just want to select the field that we want from the drop down by coming here, insert merge field, and select the field, and then now we will continue to do this operation over and over for each of these fields. So the first field we're going to replace is the address line 1 field. Press enter. Then we're going to replace the address line 2 field. Press enter. We're going to replace the field for city. Press enter. We're going to replace the field for parish. Next, we're going to insert today's date. Let me see if I had a... No, today's date is not there. So we can type today's date because it is the same for all the letters. November 2024. Alright, we're going to insert the merge fields for title and last name by highlighting them. Then go to insert merge field title. Press the space bar once, then insert merge field last name. Alright, we're going to insert the merge field for last appointment date by highlighting it, and please remember that everything that you want to replace you have to highlight it first. Alright, this is not bold, I'm going to make it bold. Service type, we're going to do the same thing for service type, and basically you're doing it for the same thing for everything. Alright, preferred massage type, I'm going to do the same thing for that. That is too far. Preferred massage type. Then session frequency, same thing for session frequency. And then phone number for phone number, and then email. And email. Email address is right here, and then business name, we're gonna come right here. Business name, where is it? Right here. So we have replaced, now we are gonna, well, we didn't need to type this, so we're gonna delete that. So we have replaced all the fields in the letter, replaced all the placeholders with merge fields. Now before we move further, ladies and gentlemen, this is the most important part of the activity. This that we are looking at is a document that will enable us to shorten or reduce the amount of work that we have to do just in case something goes awry. Alright, so this is called the merge code. So we're gonna save this as merge codes. Alright, so we're gonna do that by going to File, Save As, and then we're going to go to this PC, and then we're going to select the folder that we have on a desktop. If it's not selected by default, we come to desktop, find it and select it, and we're going to save this as your ID number mail merge codes. Okay, then we're going to select save. So far We have saved 3 files to our folder. Let's look at the 3 files. Let me see if I can find this folder right here. Here they are. Merge codes, merge letter original, and the database with the padlock on it. This shows you that the database is locked for editing because this document is connected to the database. So let's continue the activity. Now we have saved the merge codes, meaning that if something goes awry, we can just reopen the merge codes and start the activity from that step. Let's look at what we have by previewing the results. So here we have the address and the details, the particulars for the client being merged to the letter. Right, so this is how it will look when we complete our activity. Right, to cycle through all the records, we can click here once to see the next one. So this one doesn't have an address. So number 2 does not have an address, so I need to add the address for number 2. Right, and it's good that we are seeing this so that I can go to edit recipient list, select the recipient, edit, and then we see here record number 2 has no address, has nothing there. So I'm gonna add the details and Flava's touch, and the address is lot 2 Industry Grove. Alright, PO Box 89, City, Red Hills, and Parish, St. Andrew. Alright, I'm going to, oh, there's no details here too for this one. Last appointment date for this one is April, May, June 10, 2024. Session service type, I'm gonna select sports massage. Preferred massage type Swedish. Where did all that information go? And session frequency is monthly. Alright, so we have rectified that. I'm gonna select OK. Yes, I want to update the database. I'm gonna select this. I'm gonna refresh it and then select OK. Then I'm gonna go back and preview my results to ensure that there are 3 records there, and here is a 3rd record now. We just rectified that, and that's how you rectify anything in your database, ladies and gentlemen. So now that we are sure that our letters are okay, we don't have to make any changes, we're gonna deselect the preview results. So we're back at our merge codes. Then we're going to go to finish and merge, then select edit individual documents. Now let us pretend that we don't want to merge everything that is in our database. We only want to merge record 2 and 3. Thus two from the 3 that are in there. Instead of selecting all, which is by default, we'll come to from and then put 2 to 3 right here. And then we're going to select OK. Now here we go. 2 records have been merged in our database. 2 records have been merged. So we just selected 2 and 3 and 2 records were merged. So that is how we select a portion of the clients in our database. Now for this activity, we indeed wanted to select all. So we're going to close that. And we are going to go back, finish and merge again, and select all so that we get the three records. I'm going to select OK, and we should have now a document with 3 records. 1, 2, 3, because we only typed 3 records into our database. So that is how mail merge works. So this now we're going to go to file, we're going to save that as completed merge, save as. It's not selected by default. We're going to select this PC, and then we're going to go to desktop and the folder, and we're going to select F1696 mail merge completed. Alright, completed. Save that as mail merge completed. We're going to select save, and that's it, ladies and gentlemen. We have just completed our mail merge activity. We just, so we can close this. Before we compress the folder, we're going to close everything on screen. We just looked at creating a folder. We just looked at saving files to folders, and we are now going to look at compressing that folder with the documents again and examining the contents of the folder. So to compress the folder, we right click on it, go to send to, select compress zip folder. It has been compressed in another screen. Here it is. And then to look at what is in there, we just simply double click to look in it to ensure that everything that's in the other folder is there. Here it is, the 4 folder: merge codes, completed merge, merge letter original, and mail merge database. So thank you for watching. Do stay tuned for other videos as we chart our educational journey.